Black Ops 7 is going to be the greatest Call of Duty ever. I mean, it's that simple. It's that easy. That's all I got to say. No beat around the bush, no stalling, nothing. It's that simple. That's all I got to say. All right. Catch you on the next video. See ya. No, obviously, that's not the entire video, but before you go and you drop a bunch of hate comments, I'm serious. It could be one of the best Call of Duties, not the best Call of Duty. That's a little bit of an exaggeration, but think about the current games that we have out right now for Call of Duty and the ones we've had in past years. They've been, for lack of better words, dog shit. It's been complete ass. Let's be real. We've had, what, 1, 2 decent ones? 2019, I personally enjoyed it a lot just because I played a bunch of six-man search with my boys. But other than that, what is it really offering for us? A whole lot of nothing. What have we had since then? Well, not a whole lot. BO6 was better to me. I've always been a Treyarch fan. The 3 studios who develop Call of Duty, if you do not know, we got Treyarch, you got Infinity War, and you got Sledgehammer. Okay? I've always enjoyed Treyarch games the most. I think that they make the best games overall. That's a topic for another day, though. Black Ops 7 will be one of the greatest we have had. Just think about what they are doing, and go ahead, comment, and say, oh, cause ruin. Why are you supporting that game in 2025? I don't care. I'm telling you, it will be one of the best. Not just because of how good it'll be, but also because of myself and how ready I am to grind that gosh darn game. I'm going to be posting content all the time. Obviously, I'm going to be posting a daily video. You guys already know that. But check my channel every day. You're going to see 1 video for sure. Maybe even 2. Maybe even 3, depending on the day. I'm dead serious. I have not had as much fun as I did playing the Black Ops 7 beta on any game in a very long time. And that was the beta. That wasn't even the full release of the game. People, they're giving us exactly what we want, sort of. We'll hold off the zombies community, all right? My heart's implanted in there. And they're currently playing with their heartstrings, toying around with it, and thinking about tearing them out. But in terms of multiplayer, they're giving us exactly what you all are whining for and complaining about. We're getting, it's on the same engine as Black Ops 6. All right, we've established this. Everybody knows this. And what was the main issue with Black Ops 6 for the majority of the community? The maps. People say if this game had good maps, it'd be a great Call of Duty. And they consider it the best competitive Call of Duty if it did have good maps. They're giving us the good maps. We're already getting Raid, we're getting Hijacked, and we're getting Express, all BO2 fan favorites coming back. And I think we might even have more. I'm not remembering completely now. They also have their maps that they already made that we've played in the beta that we enjoyed playing. And we have more maps that they're releasing. And they already have more maps ready to release. Oh, look at that. They're addressing the issues. I personally think that Activision, the executives there, are like, you know what? Our game's getting a lot of hate. Battlefield's dropping. Battlefield 6. Maybe, just maybe, we should loosen our grip on our executives over at Treyarch and let them actually have a little bit of freedom in creating their game. Because we haven't had Treyarch, Infinity Ward, or Sledgehammer listen to us this much since skill-based has become a thing in 2019. We have not. In 6 years, none of the devs have listened this much, especially in this short a time. Guys, the game hasn't released. It releases in 2 more days after this video goes up. And they've already made more changes to it than I argue the devs have bothered making changes to in the past 6 years since skill-based became a thing, which skill-based is removed if you somehow are out of the loop and you do not know that. Dude, I'm so serious. It's going to be one of the best Call of Duty. I stand on this. Come back to this video in a couple months, right? When the game's been out, it's been there. They've had time to fix whatever still is broken with it, and they've had time to update the game. And they'll probably be on their holiday break, in the month like they usually do. Hopefully they don't, because that usually is every year. Hopefully they don't do that. All right, we roll over in 2026. Come back to this. See if I'm right or wrong. I'll stand on it too. I'm going to stand on this. I strongly believe it can be one of the best. And again, this could be me just being gaslit by myself because I'm just so excited to make content on it. But I swear to you guys, I seriously have not enjoyed playing a game this much since Prime Fortnite. And before that, it was Black Ops 3. And before that, it was Black Ops 2. So it's at a level in my mind and the expectations that I expected to meet. And I know it will. I'm telling you, the beta was so fun. I know the game itself is going to be good. I know I'm going to love grinding it. I know I'm going to love streaming for you guys, making videos for you guys every day. I know I'm going to love it. So I'm not necessarily worried about that. But I am worried that you give it a month and the game dies off, as I mentioned, with the holiday break that they always do. Or it fully releases and we never get any more changes. You know, they make all these changes before release, and then all of a sudden, all the support for it just gone. I don't think that'll happen though, because of the new cycle with the developers and having the basically you release a game 2 years back to back now is basically what's been happening, right? Sledgehammer is now back in the loop, so hopefully they fix it at some point and it goes back to once every 3 years so we can actually get good, fully developed Call of Duties and actually put their heart and soul into the game, as it seems Treyarch is doing, as I said, because they quickly developed Cold War. If people don't recall that, they made Cold War in just a couple months because it wasn't supposed to be their game. They were working on their next game, and then they had to scrap it, make Cold War in just a few months, released it. It was fine. Treyarch came through clutch in the nick of time, and they released a game that you could say was enjoyable for a time, at least. It wasn't awful. I'd rather play it than Vanguard. And that was the game. Was it before or after? I don't even remember anymore, man. I don't even know. But point being, Treyarch came in clutch, like they always do. All right. Sledgehammer and Activision finally worked out all their qualms that they got with each other. At this point, though, Infinity Ward already is releasing MW2, and we've already got MW3 in the works for the next year. So they're like, all right, you know what? You're on the back burner now, Sledgehammer. You're going to just help Infinity Ward and Treyarch make these games. So they do, and they still are, because if you look at the loading screen for Black Ops 7 that has been released, Sledgehammer's in there. Their name's in there. You know why? Because they're helping contribute to it. It's also another thing. Times have changed. All the studios are helping with each other now, which is weird because if you just let Treyarch take the lead, let them do their thing, it'll be a great Call of Duty. BO1, BO2, BO3. Even throw BM4 in there. Hell, give it to them. Am I lying? I mean, come on. If you already are, if you're this far, what are we? We're about 7 minutes into this yap session about this. And you guys are still here listening to this. You're either believing my points or you're thinking, yeah, this dude is just crazy. This game is literally gonna be ass. And either way, one, thank you for being here. But two, you're right. I do truly believe this. So whether you think I'm crazy or you agree, we're gonna find out in a couple of days. And again, hopefully they keep it up. The zombies community is what I'm really worried about, and what honestly is gonna make or break the game for me. And considering it one of the best of all time, because I don't know, man. They bring back all these old things, and for multiplayer, it's not a problem for me because you can only reinvent the wheel so many times. Look at Valorant, look at CSGO, man. They play the same maps all the time. I love Valorant. I haven't tried CSGO. I'd probably love it too, but I love Valorant. It's the same maps over and over, and I still love it because you know what they do? They update. They make the changes needed. I'm not tapped in the CSGO community. I don't know if they'd make changes or if they've literally had the exact same layout of the exact same map for 15 years, or if they did with Valorant, they perfect it and then boom, leave it. Don't touch it again, or leave it for a year or two and then go back and retouch it. I don't know. Okay, but point being, they're bringing back the maps that you already know and love, so you can't complain about that. Well, here's the thing: we are. They're like, oh, you reuse stuff, brother. Shut the hell up. Nobody cares, man. Nobody cares. And you know who's mostly saying it? The haters, man. Because you know what? If you actually love the game, you're not gonna say that. If you actually enjoyed playing those maps, if you enjoyed Black Ops 2, you're not gonna say that because you're gonna say, "Oh hell yeah, I'm hyped. They're bringing back these good maps, like what I am, how I'm feeling." So I don't know, man. I don't know. I could yap about this forever. I do actually have one or two more points I want to mention real quick, and then we'll end this off. This is a quick yap session today because I truly do believe BO7 can be one of the greatest Call of Duties, especially in recent history. Like I said, since the skill-based matchmaking era took over in 2019, and it's officially over now with BO7. Let's hope. They said they aren't gonna bring it back, so let's hope it's gonna be the best. And no jokes, no nothing. It will be. Again, come back here soon and check it out. All right, reel back in real quick. Just end this off. For the zombie side, where they keep bringing stuff back, they brought back the old crew, which literally died off and had its own storyline. And man, Jason Mondella, I cannot thank that guy enough. The stuff he did for the storyline, he was amazing. You could not ask for someone better. And he worked on the narrative team before he started to work on the zombies team, and it shows because the way that guy made the storyline is cinema. It's just absolute cinema. What are they doing with it now? Well, that's the point that I am really struggling to follow along and really disappointed in, because there has been no point to it really since Cold War. Right? Yeah, sure, we've got the Dark Aether. Okay, cool. We really don't. When you look at it and you compare it to the old zombies, it's pitiful. You don't even want to consider it as a thing. And I'm trying not to right now because of how bad it is. So if they do it right, they bring back the old stuff, but they do it right, I do not care in zombies. I don't care. But if they mess it up and they tarnish the legacy of the OG crew, right? If they tarnish the legacy of these old maps that they're bringing back and including in other maps, then that's just, I don't know. It's a little insane. I have hey, oh my gosh, can I speak? I have hope in them. I think they're going to do it right. And again, multiplayer, I've already seen so many feedback changes from it. Again, they're making changes to zombies, just not all the right ones and not the ones that need to be changed. The HUD, I'm still a little heated, but MP's already looking good. I don't know about the campaign. I'm gonna play it when it comes out. I'll give my thoughts on that after I play it. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I truly think it can be one of the best. I could keep going on forever. So if you guys want part two to this, or we just wait until the game comes out in literally 2 more days, let's freaking go. Then we can see then for ourselves. Thank you guys so much for being here today. If you disagree and you think COD is dead and you are at the end of this video, one, thank you for hearing me out. And two, comment down below. Let me know why you don't think it's going to be good. Let me know why you're not going to play it or whatever the case is, right? Just let me know. But I truly think it can be one of the best. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you guys. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Love y'all. Peace.